Hello, this is Onyx Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a message for Scorpio. So thank you guys for hitting the like button, subscribing. I do really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and look into the next 72-hour predictions for Scorpio. So we're going to look into today, the 15th through the 18th. All right. All right, Scorpio. So you guys have the 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and bottom of the deck is the Sun reverse. All right. So next 72 hours, I do feel the main theme here is you guys being in a place where you're putting something behind you. You're putting something behind you, stress of something behind you, the process of something, a relationship, day to day, a way of doing things. You're putting some way of doing things behind you, and you're planning to move forward in a different reality. Now, what's interesting about this is that, again, it's like, I feel like the next 3 days it's filled with a lot of action, okay, for you guys. A lot of doing things, a lot of getting things done, a lot of like heavy loads, you know. But I do feel that it feels like the more hard work that you put into moving forward, even if it is could be a lifestyle change, could be a day-to-day, could be a conflict, could be a way of seeing things, could be a way of managing finances. Anything that you're changing right now and putting behind you, like, yep, I don't have to turn back towards that, is actually it's gonna propel you forward. So whatever you're starting right now through the next 3 days, I feel like in 7 days, so like next Wednesday, essentially, you guys are going to be so happy that you started picking up on like a specific direction. I want to say also, if you were like, oh my goodness, I wish I started processing this in this way sooner, or I wish I started working out sooner, or I wish I started managing my finances like this sooner, or I wish I broke up with this person or quit this job sooner, however it may resonate. I feel like that's not going to be very productive right now, because there's something like in the energy where you had to, like, whatever the worst of something that you experience, I feel like the worst of it is over for a lot of you guys, because now you're like the 2 of Wands. I think the 2 of Wands reverse, even the 3 of Wands reverse, is like, oh, I want to move on. I want to move forward. I don't want to let this stress me out. I don't want to manage my finances this way. I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want to be in this job. But I still have this going on, and, you know, I have to deal with this later, or I have to look into that later, or whatever the case may be. So I feel like this weekend, you guys are going to have the perfect timing to really snap out of any like stagnancy, and snap out of any like what's the word, like 4 of Cups, almost like putting something on the back burner, kind of like, oh, I'll handle that later. Oh, I have this that's most important. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be really on top of the things and the goals that you guys are wanting to accomplish at this time. Okay, so let's see, clarifying. Let's see, what is the Sun reverse? Clarifying the Sun reverse. Wow, you guys have the Moon, 8 of Wands, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that goes back to the point of what I was making. Like, what you don't see is, if you didn't allow yourself, or if God, your higher power, your spirit guides, the universe, whatever you believe, if they didn't allow you to kind of see, I don't want to let this affect me, I don't want to do things this way. If they didn't allow you to kind of see that, then there would either be some type of like being mediocre, or not pushing to the next level that you're really wanting to push to, or making more money, or being happier, or pouring, or working out. There's something that you wanted to achieve or manifest, And I feel like if you kind of kept in the same bubble or the same dynamic, you may not have accomplished the flow, the schedule, the day-to-day that you guys really wanted to achieve. Okay, so I feel like you're going to realize this, like I said, for a lot of you by next Wednesday. There's something that you're implementing right now, and it's like you think about it and then you just go forward towards it, and you're very determined in your goals and being organized or whatever you're working on. And that's what you don't see is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like this alone is like sparking your energy, your creativity, your excitement to kind of just pour into yourself at this time. So let's go ahead and do some advice for Scorpio. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Let's get some advice for Scorpio. Yeah, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so Scorpio, don't let your past hold you back. Again, this is a time where either just a lot of energy is shifting and changing. The things that you went through are not going to be the things that you go through in the future. This part of recalibrating your day-to-day, your mindset, your schedule, your energy levels, your management of your items or your finances or your day-to-day, that's what you're going forward towards, right? So it's kind of like you guys are putting past a cycle, a way of doing things. You're getting a hold of like your, mental, emotional, financial, spiritual health, however it may resonate. And again, the most important thing, again, tied to this reading, is to not be too hard on yourself, if that makes sense. On, oh my gosh, I could have done that, or I should have done this differently, or I should have got out of this sooner, or I should have said this or advocated for this. Like, that's not this is not the time to do that right now. You guys are really meant to kind of like utilize these next 3 days, not as being super critical towards yourself, but kind of just as like, okay, I'm in a good space now, so what am I going to be doing? I have a better way of scheduling my life now, so this is how I'm going to be doing things. I have a better way of managing my finances now, so this is how I'm going to be doing things. Because again, there's something that you have hoped for, prayed for, asked for, and I feel like that is coming. But like I said, there's some type of almost like you're moving on from something or a way of seeing things, or there's something where your energy just like clears out to where you're able to really like put your schedule together, your day-to-day, or the way you process something, or your finances, or a relationship. You're really able to see something very clearly. Okay, so that is your advice here. But I do hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, subscribing, and thank you for watching.